bitácora de mi viaje estelar. Tengo que notificarme a mí mismo la realidad de todo esto, dice Adán. Alright, further my records of journey for the reality of my days. Just to coming for some little moment when I was at the clear of this day, the whole of the night were the same ones making the disaster stuff in my system, even using infrastructures. I have faded away supposed to be my antivirus will ever produce Internet Explorer from my system. And it were Rob saying everything began there, the argument would be. So I take it for myself and he will explain how the possibility the registers disappeared from its system and computer. Of the Internet Explorer were the first ever from the REST process came down. He uses the browsers that came from Internet Explorer, other than that, no other web. So where did he get everything? Hacking. I'm sorry, Black Hat found please come Black Hat see the disgusting laughing of my existence, which is not disgusting I laugh, but the object I laugh. You got me, sorry. It is a very, I have a malfunction problem. Sorry, and I'm not going to take this so seriously either. You understand, right? Sorry. So suddenly, still the same old food, still the same problems about it. Still we have certain parts of the situations which are not easy to handle at times. And the most of the problem is the restful. We are not treating God reasonably doubt and neither reasoning people, which shapes like people that much of them are nothing like that. Further root or top this to some. As these days, as yesterday and today, while making what we do, while fighting what we struggle and what we survive daily, well, everything still reverts at the same of the whole of the hazes and the same of the whole of the blazes in the roads, and weird through the thoughts, like some clouds of a Friday moment. Even through the realities we never imagined, and we never had conscience will ever possibly happen. The preeminence, which is from expressed eminence, and I'm going to explain you why, but I'm tired of this as well. That is not for our guys. The preeminence will be the reflecting of the course of the SCKNESS over the condition of the feelings as setbacks. And a very good word, saying that I am not capable to talk English or recognizing the language, neither Spanish. So through the reality, the preeminence of the reality we go through, and the pre-acknowledged clear facts of this all, brought a sense of darkness and really viscerally, essentially rage over this all for a lot of people, and this is really unsustainably and healthily terrible. The clear fact of this is that sooner or later we'll ever be shaping around. The clear fact of this is that any time as clearly will ever appear. Simply being at the clear fact of recalling every day and trying to hold in every day in same manner. And the weight of the sense of the ones that never said no truth, and supporting and affording and vigorizing this to happen. When we said, I know, don't you dare. We're still giving the right of the lives and the forgery where people were murdered and destroyed for they were saying we were right and we are right. Understanding the Bible. So, I'm found today with SODOMA y GOMORRA, Policía Federal Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, oficialísimo y peronismo argentino, Kirchner's Mason style family Argentina. Suddenly, there is not Mason, but I'm telling you why Mason. There is Mason carelessly, which is exactly the example that everybody were running from and also expecting they to at last die. That were similar like Manson. The problem were not Manson. The problem were they were worse. And it's exactly Kirchner's. But they deserve to be called Manson's Argentina. Kirchner's. So, clearly, factly, telling that over-making profanity witchcraft the whole night and the whole days, and finishes to my devices and my system, saying that they are going to show that everything appears like magically. The whole day says I hide it. So long. I've been hiding. Or everything was hidden. All through. Sorry, the wrong English sometimes. But the fact of this Catholicini for Escola says Ixcoats Natuna. That I will ever be making the terrorism, the hacking, all of the damages, and all of the networking, like felony, terrorism, and robbing, and also man control. And oh, have you seen? He does all that we make him say, and he says everything we make him say. So the whole that he done and he said, it were because of we make. They said, we make. Right. We made them. Fact for this and fact for all. And the reality is, I have the national security techniques. I put you in my spirit and I take yours, and I make you like if you two ever show like we need for the evangelic health test, and not all. You understand what I mean? The sickness ever that I mean. Two word in the name of Jesus. You understand this? Like any witch. I'm sorry, techniques. You understand what I mean? So suddenly, at the fact of the soul, just comes the left reaction of left foot, so, I block you, and I can't first, but you're going to say after, I make you say. And they will make say nothing. It just manipulates and stages and makes the whole generation. And there were, he's going to say the first at the title of God. And I already processed through the night the video that imageless I recorded yesterday. The first ever where I said the truth, even with the misproper Schlach. My God. They consider to be God. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, forgive me, I cannot avoid that with lefty CD, so I come just like yesterday to the They think they are gonna be me! Alright. Alright. So suddenly the sense of the atrophia of Sodom and Gomorrah. And sorry for this thought. I'm saying that I love them. And I'm serious about this. I love them. The death love them. And again, Sodom and Gomorrah is not homosexuality. It's what we suffer. Since then and until history, that seems like the black teeth, not like the white, and nothing like at the point of the soul and clearly for the type of everything. Gelgelegenia lefofwagelijk discretischkas nationaal opbouw. Damn. Zodat ik I'm sorry. About we are its God. Everything he said and he done and he produced with mind control, with maiden here, dude. So suddenly I will make mind control and run to them. So what is the truth here? And I also will cast them up. And I will be like a teller, telling the whole things they said and they do. But they've done also said that because if they wanted making me fall and everybody else's. But they started making a riot of who to kill, who to F word, right, actually, sorry. It's the picture of the terminology. This is how they just F words. What is right? And saying, we don't do this for pleasure of you. You are my secretary. So sorry for this. And it's reality. Overblijft liegen, maar blijft volgen de wiskundige. I'm just gonna say the first. Everything he says and he does everything we say. Carrera de Sodoma y Gomorra. Bruja, profana, pagana, regeneración abominable del infierno. Trying to make a career over destroying people, possessing people, to make the whole place of the flesh a hurricane, God and saying that they are the God. And everything they do and they exist as against whatever it is in the earth, those that are of the world. They created them and they made them be. I'm telling you this. If I will ever be the variables, and this will ever be the clear of a sick mind, the world will be at this moment burning for the pain and the destruction. This, I say, happens all over. So, through this day, there is the Sodoma Gomorrah of Christina Gomorrah Kirchner, making up for more and saying he gotta be in jail, he robbed the train, and everything he has is robbed, and we shall not can. After replacing the camaraderie of hell, Gomorrah, to people making half destruction on my devices, like I said yesterday, saying, the videos we've done them, don't you see at the end? Destroying, saying, because of here robbed it. And if you are forces and you make justice and you support justice, the less you do and the less you think about destroying the evidence. So you keep what is supposed to be being robbed for them to be recognized. Like, you don't destroy what is robbed. For you to say, oh, because of he robbed it. With whatever the Ingravasli he telling now, Obleve hiba van het lichaam of pakken die het deskalachina leves voila, deskalachile bes voila, pichema, blasphema, leper, gelchile mot leves dachali piscula, sanachli, esmat leves, nevesiti, kinish, kedini. Saying, because if we know this is that way, and at this argumentative allegation, switching the whole of the 9 million, now 909,288 classes in Argentina, in all countries of the UNESCO, Europe, Union, Russia, China, Malaysia, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Egypt, Maracas, Kenya, Congo, Cameroon, even inside the nest of Africa, which is Mombasa, down. Geld left hier die spot left die gaat bij een skelschalisch mat zeggen niet bij het zelf. Je kan zich daarheen. Is blessed de weg wat mat zelf. So the announcement is get leaves mat levels for that like a sap and sket gramachelijk niet abos met Juba. En er lag je die kilos spot mat leggen gaat de skeld in de gier en stressalische. Up mat zelf. And I'm going to give you the evidence here. But while this moment, just a little bit, are asking me to. Simply this. I will rise once more, my face to the skies. I'll watch the whole of the reality and everything was the past from my real watching. So I'll see through the blue of the deepness, the birds through the clouds, sun through clouds, like a rain of heaven, lightening the best of my day. Preciousness of his flowing all over his creation as he promised. Lord. I remember whenever I used to be so weak, holding, and my own heart were calling for passion. I used to remember my days so out of the real of my own, but even then my time has came, and my seconds as rider night were through my days. My seconds rider of my nights, rider of my walk. I remember that it is exactly what I used to know. Whenever my lipped reversion waxed my wall, just saw through what the real sun hiding from my smile, caving the lust of the breath of the earth to watch through what he saw that day. I never imagined I would see so beauty, but even the pain of blood. So suddenly I remember I used to fight for a reason, and my reason were not away, and I am the one it were formed, and I found myself at his name. Clear for my days, clear for my nights. I never saw any other but reality, and I ever loved, which I know were the clear for. He is the reason of my name. He is my life and my heart, and everyone inside like my locker of truly, the golden stones I'll never let go. Preciousness of my real sight can watch around, for the name of his to love so ever, for my heart to call evermore, to be a beloved of his, and nothing to be away from real. Just to stay for now, just to give all of time, just for another day and another moment to call path through the wakes of the seas of my life. The candles through the wind, pushing my me and my writing, like Echanish said, the waves came through my path. I know that right salty in the wind will make my lips thirsty, but even then my tears called for the refreshing moment that I knew I'll reach my life, and everyone that I'll embrace forever. And behind the flowers still, remember that I said goodbye. On the surface of the waves, still overflowing, kind of a black leaves to me, and through the wake, flowing simply like they were. The smooth of my days came so easy, and the need of my heart crying so ever tenderly. Ride me through my horizon, toward me goodbye, from where I never belonged, in, and with never were for my days. Say goodbye for me. Give me that shore where I walk through and reach my arms of the love of my heart. Deliver me to the sun of the burning day, and the real of the birth for reality of the love of mine, and everyone that I like to embrace ever. Give me the days of my day. Give me the nights of my hour. Give me the moments to rest for the real I saw and I knew. Give me the moment of the night through the day to understand and getting away from, and give me the sound of that night through the reality I saw here for you. I need the shore to touch the blessed. I need my real shore in the arms of my love and the pleasures of my days. Your name to be with them, and out of them to be with me. May it be. Remind me, I'll ever be with you, and nothing will be off, as you said to be. Even now, I need my blessing. Let me fly away. Give me the waves ahead, strength to breathe them out, even up the way of my own. Wingless, if possible, with them. Take me away from the pain and the caring. Suffering never want to be, not even a second of my life. Register. And the same panorama in Buenos Aires right now in Buenos Aires. And I'm doing Israel just as bad as soon. I love you. And the reality of my days and everything. Just like I say. Just like I hear. It's the real everything. My fear, I just come over. Everything I just got through. Gelchlachimi odlechlechatus kletzidishka chalachimi ma'anem. Geshkolchachimi masacho apenem. And let's do one extra. Why not? I'm going to give you something. Is that just as bad as your ones? There is a problem, and I'm going to give you the information for what primarily I just recorded here in this video. The right of this is, we are having a situation all around, and we are having a blechachlechimas, and so do I. And the situation is a blechachlechimas, and so much. You get gelechot, zoals blechachlechimas, eshleret, Gelchlachach lekim chveshpo alatzmat sechal likide esmat sechal mohamed bam sechalach. Gelchlachid lishet watzmatach nachna tzalashmet zbigi chidikha alech enseshot ganat tachmot deshalashmot watzalachid. Then the clear fact of this is something which were released at the seas and rivers. There is not a difficult thing. It's really only to be careful taking measures. So suddenly, this is hittable cleanly, and also is possible to clean from your biology and ecology. Dachlechi vikulech potashmo dachlechi miantaslechi in tashwochlatzı b'chuno menslem. It is around the south of the lechtichim of lechtichim sechleishmotim of lechtichim bianslezi viki dechlecha in atkumat lechaspontu. Ishlechi dechlichim ipot lechasim and Atlantic. The currents are going to deliver into so much places that we can do something for it. This is a simplicity for the flex precauciously and part of this is a clear of the cosmotafu it's possible simply to eradicate it. The clear of putting the processing of waters with a blackout maybe significantly met the point of because the is mostly this is 5 ppRMC with 18 milliliters per part of left ear which has 50 liters or liters, sorry. Gevgeliefd mag dat is dat we dat spogless zelf mag genaamd was dat gedischheid verplaatsen. Zo dat wordt bij de param. De glas moet zien dit of het gezegd sprachelijk in het vormen smotachim. It doesn't have contradictory character over the lachi and the chesmastachmi, the facility produces adversity on the effects of ill in biology and doesn't bring no condition of collateral neither. Is, if you want, like the term says, innocuous, was spoken the sechasim and produces a pH on the lachi and smotach a little higher for the same of this, which is not mutational at all. Ze komt terecht de aspecten gaat and self-consumes with the it can be used as well with fish and the whole of the production for fishing. And it works. And so suddenly let's be careful because of once that in the organism it is possible to healing, but it's really dangerous and it's not nice to go through this situation. So if anything will be around, as possibility of this, the symptomatic is and from this the word of Atralachimi, what has put Afrikim of Khalbachlegis, what Aflaki and Pataki and what's true, Atralak Katos Fat, Kuas, Petamatret, Matsachnik, and Pesket Moscow, Mort Kakala. This is the simplicity to identify with this other secondary symptoms. Give Lechina, Levisquat, Lechad, Maskeresmot, Lechimiki, Reshkakhalis, Seresmot, Lechili, Hematocrit, comes reduced in Levachlet as Lechinimis Kakhala, that there is not working to all this. If the left of the factory is got a schema on the 8% left of and comes in a very purple left off and like oxide, the infidel is what left on the color. And the same hematocrit comes in left of the spot on the tel and not really spectally in September. The Libya was what is the spot it's normal to find the influxed and study veins in a very definitely like brown, deep brown. You have a very dark, gets the for the skin. You have a lot of special and it's for the first ever day you start to be notable from that. And about for this is the simplicity for the lean toward the sonic goal 70% DMC with 8 dilution DMT 8551 Lishman and Ashkentin, but it is 85384 actually for the technique complex, and it's better using the technique in the one for the SK right Dishmotaki free hybrid or trifatty crystal. You got Henry Bless of the scalp as the in the Lanston Select, which will be natural of the helping of the the doses will be only a very standard of 29 milligrams each 8 hours only for about 8 days. And if you can Decolona instead of Canolona for the macrolide antibiotic, just using the lincodenomycina which is a very special glyphenophragy, is what Hetman said, which comes in 500 milligrams tablets. Yes, one each 12 hours for about no more than 8 days at most, just for being short and for prophylaxis for the real severe whenever it is in organism. The quarantine is exactly the same as in Leishmaniasis. Avoid saliva, avoid blood contact, the fluids, corporal fluids, and avoiding Leishmania and Leishmaniasis, even the sweat, if it's possible, please. Being Leishmania afterwards, please give a section over the toilet, the base, the seat, whatever the using elements, the whatever this reverently as can be in contact with a family or any other, or like fork, knife, cups, glasses, whatever this to be, the reverent uses, holes, and bathroom. Anything to be really careful and just reverent as any other people don't to share any element at all, and either what sometimes like a very underwear, don't you bless my pleasure to speak for the sexing. There are couples of people that goes through, and suddenly that happens, kind of a very personal foreplay one, or something like a very naive thing like comes around with a sort of romance. Tlechtja blevechlag, no tlechtja tini en tlechtjagili, no sport, tlechtjagala, tlechtjagili en tlechtjagala, tlechtjagili, tlechtjagili, no tlechtjagili, tlechtjagili en tlechtjagala, no tlechtjagili, and be careful about even the clothes whenever there is a sweat. If reverently shown just in case. Or there can be, or the actually being a what is not actually it's not a microbactery, but yes, really the infected is the that can be found at that left because not actually over 0.001 microns, so certainly is the cellular level, and sweat normally has epithelial and viscosity of skin and fleshly cells. So this is class about filtering. The one leaking through the pillars, leaking of this through the sweat glands. So suddenly it's normal and possible there to be around. The oxygen in fluids is exactly the heat from the Hochmatter, especially and it's not becoming aerobium, but is really highly dangerous in presence of the monthly oxygenated. So try to avoid the oxygenated waters and the whole and the whole level of and the declosina to get more efficiency which produces oxygenation, and be careful over what it will be the intensive cares for the same class. Get facilities, no classificadas, la care es como tu alta de gente que te and then of classificadas to what left. This was it. And this is the space evidences. HTTPS www.urmcbobrna8t, 8 codes, which are the commands labeled brazen until the same hell embarrassed but some Christians. He won't be what he says to be because of free men. There's middle, SIES middle, the royal of Israel, nothing farther than that. Middle, SIES, middle, URMC13, going time C. Systems recall F7. The last fleet I was in your last container, my site, even the last informatic tool I sent works with this in F8 over HTML, but let's see it networking. Here is everything, and a couple of more things I surely will send directly to your URLs. Nice to see it. Even with still this like what it is. This is February the 16th, if I'm not wrong. Let me watch my Microsoft clock. Yes, it is. 11 past 10. What is that? 11 hours. And then welcome to my rental revenue with let's let it go. Sorry, I already said Flach. I'm sorry, Abby. I love you so much. They think they're gonna be me! Alright, my God. And this is really eerie, but how about to Adios to the chamber voices over the 17th century that came this voices so special, like and were really like a very special light moment, which were kind of ambient music, and everybody enjoyed. And definitely I come really dramatic with a whatever. I'm sorry. I'm singing my star. And somebody says, "Oh, all right. I already have them. I have them all." Oh my God! All right. And suddenly, just to set the day, just talking like, I am coming through the state and I think I'm going to do something for. Forget it. I get. They think they're going to be mean. Pathetic. All right. Should I come higher? I don't want to advertise myself. This is embarrassing. I should be making arts and sharing arts and giving the solemnity. Why not? The right moment of the subtly of and just being who I am. Not so everyday. Oh, you never done it! Oh my God! All right. I am tired, I'm boring, I'm boring of this. It's boringness. It really is. God, this should be another thing. How about piano bar? Soho. I don't know, Brooklyn. Or just coming to the central park in a very city hall moment. Just making a stage there, sharing a moment with nothing else but the preciousness of life, with Adonai, and the exactly genuine Leona. Just giving a moment. Or directly where it's really kind of home, with not U.S. to be despised, and that's because of U.S. where home is home still. But suddenly the reality to come to Israel. And I come to and we give this life moment in the process of the genuinity we exist, and the simplicity of showing and that's what I'm seeing. And I just do gusta la bola roja la chico, and leggy and not so down, but suddenly enjoying life. That was just the real fact of it. Wouldn't it be amazing? Alright, I will be pleased. I will be really pleased. Okay, terugklikking op de gaat is zeggen, I love you all, I bless you all. Israel, justice bodies, Zion, your honors, Mr. President, my brothers and sisters. I'll never bless you ever. And seriously. Let's be careful about the problems we have and let's see what we do next. Steps on the path of the life of us. Delchelikim op lechuat lepechpir vishlovan of techlachim bechish matan chachlem IMOPSSIBLE. And bless you so much. Europe, Justice Studies, South Africa, Malaysia, Japan, China. We have a lot of things to do there. Let's do all please be careful. We have serious problems, and you are going to have here not only what as evidences, which your honor surely already downloaded because he asked me also to make this videos at the stage. We describe them with Matt and Sarin, there in the US, Michael Bolton, Justice by the SIES, with your honor John Sanders, and bless you all there, precious government. We really have to be careful with the problems we have. And thank you so much for having the effort again. I'm sorry that I've been a little bit nuts this last month is away from the whole way we're doing this for different reasons. I'm sorry. The sterile wild is happening all around, and the disasters which is still towards happening in someone. They were about attacking Israel, and there were people inside Israel that were on the watch, and just have to acknowledge of the reality, and just making the chat right now, right at this day, for something to work, and something to happen, because that's how it is. Surviving the worst and rewarding life in a real future we have. And a nice and so this. So bless you all, and ik wil gelegen in het hebben we voorgelegd die de schmatz en gelegen en inshallah. Is dat gelegd die in het stellen. 11:19 at this moment, and we keep up the day and let's see what we do next around the realities of us. Bless you all, and forgive me again for so much things which are not exactly what I meant and what I wanted and what we ever expected. And for the reality, come again, it were an announcement, not of an United States was all that happened. He announced, he came, the reason why he said, that's why I come again in chapters shape through walking the creation of mine up and out. The ground will feel the tremble my breathe, and will tremble for the walk of my presence, and my name shall be glory upon all my creation, and everybody shall see the glory of my name. And that is SODOMA, and the reality is, it's churches. Menorah, Elialia, Moshe. The reality of what of the bad translated and so easily made since the beginning, but the same which were our enemies making disasters and destroying, which מחלפים, וחדלתי חכלי, יש לבחכלן, מסלחלקים, גפלכם רפלוח חדש, סמכם ספק. Royalty of Israel, Melech David house. And let's see what we do at the next days. Bless you all, and let's make it.